Season 1, Episode 14, Third from the Sun. That would be third planet from the Sun, which would mean us, Earth, we're the third planet from the Sun. And I think Pluto's a planet again. It's a dwarf planet, so. This episode starts off with Will Sturka, who's a scientist who works at a military base that produces nuclear weapons. So this makes you think this is going to be a post-apocalyptic episode, at least that's where I thought where it was going. But they'll do many of those in the Twilight Zone. Here, it's really Will Sturka getting the premonition that nuclear war is coming. He's got some inside info and decides to steal a spacecraft and escape from the planet before this nuclear war happens. They don't say exactly how this apocalypse is going to come about. They're just producing a lot of nuclear weapons. Maybe one of these bombs is going to accidentally go off. Maybe there's a war going on, they don't tell us. But it just kind of leaves it to your imagination and has you trust the main character that he knows what's going on and he has to escape from the planet. And this takes place over the course of a day. He's going to steal his spacecraft and escape. But his superiors catch on to him. His superior, Carling, overhears his plan and is going to stop him. Sturka goes to his family and tells them that they're leaving tonight when it gets dark and going to a small planet 11 million miles away. Awesome. William Sturka, our protagonist in this episode, is played by Fritz Weaver, who has acted in a few movies and TV shows, 143 of them to be precise, and died in 2016 at the ripe old age of 90. He was actually in the Creepshow movie, Thomas Crown Affair, Marathon Man, and in my coverage of the TV show Monsters, he was in the episode Jar. And he looks scared throughout this entire episode. He's a very good actor, but also a man who's got a lot of nerves. He knows that he's going to escape with his spaceship later tonight, and he's getting the inkling during this poker game that maybe his boss is onto his plans. There's a intense scene where his boss picks up a piece of paper and looks at it, and we can see on the back it has the plans for when they try to escape. So they have the camera linger there for almost a minute. You wonder whether he's going to turn the paper over or not. It seems like he's actually screwing with them. He knows their plans, and he knows that there's an escape plan on the back of this piece of paper. It was a very intense scene. I'm terrible at guessing the twist of episodes, but I gotta pat myself on the back for this one. I saw where it was going. So they're traveling to this planet 11 million miles away, and we see that their phone looks a little otherworldly. That doesn't look like a phone from Earth, and there's some other hints in this episode of furniture and paintings that just look a bit off, like they're in a parallel universe. Then we see when they get into this military base and steal the spaceship, well, it looks like this. What does that look like? Oh, it's a UFO. Of course they're the aliens. And they're traveling to third planet from the sun. I swear, as much as I like these titles, they really do give away the twist. I did also look up, because they keep using the term 11 million miles away. So I was trying to figure out what planet they were from. I was assuming it would be Mars, but actually it says Mars is 142 million miles away. Duh! Earth to Mercury is 77 million miles away. Earth to the moon is 25,000 miles, so I'm not exactly sure. Obviously this is before we had actually traveled to the moon. My instinct was to think they're talking about Mars. These must be aliens from planet Mars, right? But I don't know. Someone could let me know what they're referring to here. Maybe their calculations were just off. This was 1959. But I don't know. Even back then, it seems like they did have a good estimation of how far the planets were from each other. Maybe they're just on an asteroid, curdling through space. So I'm going to give this episode a 6 out of 10. It's an enjoyable ride. Sure, you can guess the ending, but it's a nice twist on what I thought would be a post-apocalyptic adventure. And it looks like we actually do get a happy ending. They're able to steal this spaceship, and we see that they're heading towards Earth in this UFO. We have some fun trivia. Did you know Earth is the third planet from the sun, after Mercury and Venus? And also, one of my favorite science fiction movies, certainly from the 50s, is the 1956 film Forbidden Planet, which uses the same spaceship prop. And it looks like they took some footage from the film as well. Hey, why not? It's based on a story by Richard Matheson, and we'll see Fritz Weaver again in one of the greatest episodes of Twilight Zone, The Obsolete Man. Next up is another science fiction adventure. I shot an arrow into the sky, where a spaceship crew crash lands into a planet. Oh, the possibilities are endless when you have a scenario like that. And since the science fiction episodes are my favorite from the Twilight Zone, keep them coming. Give me more spaceships crashing, nuclear weapons going off, aliens making cookbooks. And also check out our playlist, all the other series we've covered, Black Mirror, Mystery Science Theater 3000, Cowboy Bebop, Pet Shop of Horrors, Tales from the Dark Side. It's finished. Monsters and Fear itself. Thanks a lot.